Good morning, friends. We're here today on Wednesday, and it's Miss Michelle and
Miss Brene.
Today we will be making our Play-Doh recipe. At home with moms and dads or whoever you're home with, you will be doing the same thing and creating your own Play-Doh today. After you finish making your Play-Doh, you'll be able to create different types of balls with your family. Football, baseball, tennis. We're talking about sports this week, so you'll be able to do that.
Right now I'm going to go over the ingredients that you will be using in order to create your sports Play-Doh. So the first thing that you will need is some flour. Next, some table salt, water, oil, and it's optional if you have food coloring at home. You may pick to pour some food coloring in your Play-Doh. Today we will be using the color red to make our Play-Doh. If you don't have any food coloring, it is okay. You still can make the Play-Doh. It still will come out great. So don't worry if you don't have food coloring. It's just a little extra to add something to your Play-Doh. So we're going to get started with our first ingredient. So Miss Michelle is going to pour into our first mixing bowl 4 tablespoons of flour. Count with us. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the salt. Ready? 1, 2. Next, you're going to mix the flour and the table salt together. Swish it all around.
Okay.
Next, we're going to move on to our second bowl that we have here. And in this bowl, we are going to add our 1 cup of water. If you have food coloring at home, you're going to add 4 to 5 drops of your food coloring. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of your oil. That's it. Next, so let's review before we move on to our next step. So in your first bowl, you have 4 tablespoons of flour and 2 tablespoons of salt that you mix together. In your second bowl, you should have 1 cup of water, 4 drops of food coloring, or 5, and 1 tablespoon of oil. Now we are going to mix our 2 bowls together. So we're going to mix the flour and salt inside of our second bowl that has the water, food coloring, and oil. And now you're going to mix it together. And parents, while your child is mixing together, you're going to see the Play-Doh form a thick consistency. If you notice that it may be too loose or you need to add more of an ingredient, you can do so. Even though the video that we have put on our Padlet says to add 4 tablespoons of flour. If you need more, you may add more to your mixture. It looks like for our mixture, we will need to add some more flour.
So we are going to add a little bit more to thicken up the Play-Doh. And we will stir a little bit more.
And mix, mix, mix. Make sure you're mixing it up good. And look at the color of your Play-Doh. Does it have a smell? Like we can use our 5
Ours
senses.
is a little bit pink red. I don't know if friends you can see at home, but If you do choose to use a food coloring, you will have a nice color that forms.
So keep on mixing, and again, if you need to add more ingredients, you are welcome to continue to add more until your Play-Doh forms correctly. We probably should just pour the... So in our case, we noticed that it wasn't enough flour, and that's the purpose and why we do experiments, because sometimes you will notice with your experiment that sometimes it may work and sometimes it may not work. And you have to keep trying your best until you're able to figure it out. And it's okay that if your experiment doesn't come out the best or how you plan. As long as you try your best and you give it a try and you are following directions and see how it goes. Right now, it looks like we are finally starting to get some Play-Doh in our bowl. And Miss Michelle is mixing it really well so that we can show you guys how our Play-Doh is coming out. And again, it's okay if you have to add more ingredients to make your Play-Doh come out.
Okay. What do you think, Miss Bernay?
I think we are almost there. So I'll scoop it up just to show you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think our Play-Doh is coming out correctly? Or do we need to add some more flour? I'm thinking we may need some more flour to thicken it up. And we're going to give it a good stir. Oh, here we go. And Miss Michelle, I'm going to grab a little bit of water for us because we need a little bit more water for our Play-Doh.
I can grab that for you.
Just to loosen it up. But we're getting closer, guys. And it's okay. Touch your Play-Doh to see how it feels. Is it sticky? Is it sticking to your hands? Does it feel soft? Does it feel hard? How does your Play-Doh feel?
So we're adding a little bit more water.
Just to loosen up our Play-Doh just a bit.
So it's all about trial and error.
That's right.
You have to see what works. So it's definitely starting to turn more into a Play-Doh consistency. We have to try.
This looks much better. So once you're done mixing your Play-Doh and you feel that your Play-Doh is ready for you to play with it, you can add it to a table surface or you can put it on a paper plate and you are able to play with it. You can pull it apart. You can touch it to see how it feels. Does it feel sticky? Does it feel slimy? So you can see how your Play-Doh feels. And then you have a great time and enjoy making your different sports balls. And you can use your imagination. Do you have a football? Do you have a basketball? Maybe if you have food coloring, you can use one of the colors of the actual ball. So if you have orange food coloring, maybe you can make a basketball out of your Play-Doh. So it's totally up to you. But we just want you to have some fun and get a little messy and have a great time using your sensory. And we will see you back again next time, guys. Bye.
Bye. We'll see you soon. We had so much fun doing this experiment for you, and we would love to see pictures or videos of our friends at home doing the same thing. We really miss your faces, and we would love to see those things. But we will make more videos so you can see our faces, and we will have fun together. Miss you guys.
Bye. Until next time.